So this is a simple eye contact flirting exercise, and it's intended for guys who've never approached a girl before in their lives, or guys who've taken a long break from approaching and they want to get back into the swing of it again. It's a simple eye contact routine, and it starts to open up the world of flirting and attraction with women. It's low stress and low pressure, and it's the perfect way to begin to learn how to start approaching women. Now, before you start this eye contact attraction exercise, there's a few steps that I'd recommend, just some basic stuff. I shall whiz through it quite quickly. Number one, maximize your aesthetic. So there's a million things said about looking your best, so I won't repeat them here. And there's also a big long section in the practical part of my book, Primal Seduction. And the idea is not only to visually improve your appearance, but also to feel good about yourself. Step two, begin to develop the habit of standing up straight / improving your posture. Now, it's always amazing to me how many guys don't actually do this. I'd estimate about 50 to 60% of you listening to this slouch in some form. If not all the time, then at least intermittently throughout the day. So try and make a habit of walking with your head straight up, shoulders back and eyes facing forward. Now, obviously your eyes are not going to face backwards, I don't mean that. But I mean that you're looking ahead of you. You're not looking down, you're not flicking your eyes all over the place like some kind of fucking lizard. Looking straight ahead. On the subject of posture, Mr. Schwarzenegger has some good basic routines for checking your posture throughout the day. So check them out. You can even ask your friends and family if you generally appear to have a good posture, and then ask them to be honest as well. And I bet you some of them will say that you don't. And number three, the meat of it. Get used to prolonging your eye contact before you're approaching women, or even just when you're walking around. And this is where it gets a bit weird. So this is when you'll start to notice some very strange things happening. So when you walk around, try and lock eyes with girls that you like the look of at least, and maintain eye contact. So don't flinch or look away. And when you start doing this, it's going to be very strange. You'll notice that women stare and can seem to hold eye contact forever. And actually, I've noticed this is very odd, but in Eastern European countries especially, they hold your eye contact for a lot longer than in the West, at least in the UK. They stare, and they stare a lot. So if you feel like it, if you lock eye contact with a girl, you can actually start to approach her. But at this stage, just get used to actually noticing their reactions and get used to holding eye contact. Notice how some of them don't look away and they lock eyes with you. Notice how some do look away, nervously perhaps. Notice how some might smile. And possibly notice how some of them might even look rather disgusted. But at this stage it doesn't matter. So in doing this small exercise, you're going to start to do three things. You're going to get used to maintaining eye contact with girls. You're getting used to reacquainting yourself or beginning to understand the idea that there's a whole world of sex and attraction out there. I've been saying this for years. In fact, my first video ever on this YouTube channel, I believe, was called Sex is Everywhere. And this simple eye-locking routine will start to draw you into that world. What you're aiming to do is increase your ability to spot signals and read them correctly. You're trying to learn how to display a sensitivity and empathy for where she's at in the interaction. You can do these eye contact exercises for as long as you like, but I'd recommend a week. 7 days is a good way to start. Now, it's only a beginning, but it's the best gentle way to start to learn all of this stuff, to notice that sex is everywhere, to notice how girls react, and also to build your awareness. And that's a big problem that I notice with guys on boot camps and one-on-ones, and just generally that many guys don't even notice that the girls are looking at them, or they've just got no awareness at all. It's a big problem. So there's a ton more on this in my book, Primal Seduction. Check it out. The link is below. Oh, and by the way, I do this a lot on my pickup videos. There's a whole bunch of things that I'm doing with my eyes, amongst other things. But you won't notice it because obviously the camera is not focused on my eyes. Usually it's focused on the girl's ass. But start to do this stuff. Notice sex is everywhere. Notice the reactions and see how you get on. Any comments? Put them below and I shall answer them.